What's up, Bonney Lake Panthers? I'm Connor Simmons.
And I'm Nate Grzelski.
And this is Good Morning Bonney
Lake.
Welcome back to Good Morning Bonney Lake. This week we have the return of hot takes, and before we get into all of that, let's go outside with Nate for weather.
Good morning, Bonney Lake. Today you should expect sun with a bit of clouds in the 40 to 60s. Headed into the weekend, Saturday's going to be a little bit wet, but Sunday should be cloudy with sun. The whole weekend will be in the 40 to 60s, followed by the weekdays. The whole week should be sunny, except for the rain that's going to happen on Tuesday. Whole week still going to be in that 40 to 60s. Well, that's it for weather this week. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Nate, for the weather. Now let's head over to the other Nate for This Week in History.
This week, segregation was outlawed in schools. Segregation was a very big issue in the United States during the 20th century. Different places across the country would have separate areas for people of color and white people. But in schools, there would be a difference in the quality of the materials they would have between the two. But soon, school segregation would be outlawed and everyone would be attending the same schools. That's it for this week. Now let's head over to Connor to lead us into AP headlines.
Call them the Golden State Valkyries, the WNBA franchise that's affiliated with the Golden State Warriors unveiled the team's brand identity on Tuesday with the name and logo. The league has officially added 2 new WNBA teams, including the Valkyries. The next team will be located in Toronto and will be revealed very soon.
As AI moves into medicine, perhaps no one has more to gain or lose than radiologists, the doctors who review medical scans for signs of cancer and other diseases. So the question to ask is, whose job is next?
Authorities say at least one person is dead in Louisiana after storms slammed several southern states, including many areas previously hit during one of the most active periods for twisters on record.
Police in Pakistan say a missile fired by a drone struck a house in a former stronghold of the Pakistani Taliban along the Afghan border before dawn Tuesday, killing at least 4 villagers, including children.
That's all for AP Headlines this week. Now to me and Carson for sports. Hey Panthers, welcome to Bonney Lake Sports. My name is Connor.
And my name is Carson. Even though we don't have any games this week, we have a couple announcements.
Yeah, shout out to our baseball players, Gavin Thunstrom, Trevor Younce, Evan Hellner, Carson Hughes, and Ryan Kennedy on making the PCL 3A All-League first team. Boys lacrosse won last week to push them to the state quarterfinals, so good luck there. The girls softball team finished the season this week, finishing as the number 1 team in 3A, the number 9 team in the entire state. Good luck at state, and finally track has more district meets on Wednesday and Friday.
Good luck on all sports wrapping up your seasons. Now, let's get into some WNBA action that went down when Caitlin Clark took the court in her first ever professional game. Even though the game did not go in her favor as she finished with 10 turnovers and the Sun beat the Fever 92-71, she still made a great impact by scoring a team-high 20 points and even tallying on a couple of assists. The crowd of 9,000 marked the Suns' first home opener sellout since 2003 in their first game in Connecticut. Also, 2 top rookies in Angel Reese and Cameron Brink made their debuts as well. Angel Reese had a solid game, making some tough layups and finishing the game with 12 points and 8 rebounds. And for Cameron Brink, she finished a great game, having 11 points on a very efficient 66% from the field. Even though the rookies lost in their opening games, let's see if that hopefully changes when the season continues.
Moving on to the NBA, we got major comeback as Denver Nuggets are now up 3-2 on the Timberwolves, which is very surprising as they started the series down 0-2. After losing both their games at home, Jokic is back to his MVP ways after having a 40-point double-double the other night and a 112-97 win over the Wolves. The Nuggets take this series home, moving on to the Western Conference Finals if they win tonight. Also in the East, we got the Knicks as they're up 3-2 as they are looking to close out on Friday. This series has been pretty close throughout the series because besides the last game, the Knicks won by 30 and Jalen Brunson had another 40-point game. So if it keeps up, I don't see why the Knicks don't win Game 6 on Friday to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals.
And that's all for sports this week. Thank you guys for watching.
We'll see you guys next time on Bonney Lake Sports. Now we're going to get to announcements, but before all that, we have a segment that's coming back, and it's pretty hot, Nate. Hot takes.
I'm Connor, and hot takes are officially back. What is your name?
My name's Emmy.
Okay, Emmy, what is your hot take?
Taylor Swift is overrated.
Ooh, I've heard that one a lot recently, but a lot of people also disagree with you. Can you tell me why?
Because she just keeps making a bunch of songs that aren't as good as some of her super, super old ones.
Honestly, I can agree with that. What about you guys? Okay, next up we have
Ethan Fox.
Okay, Ethan, what is your hot take?
Panda Express is very good, and it's the best restaurant and kind of food place there.
Honestly, I kind of like that one. I like Fanta too, but why do you think that? Why is it better than the rest?
Because the orange chicken there is amazing.
Honestly, that's a baller move. Thank you, Ethan. Last but not least, we finally have
Steven, but I go by CJ.
Okay, CJ, what is your hot take?
Pineapple belongs on pizza because it's good.
Simple as that, guys. That's it for hot takes. We'll catch you guys next time on Hot Takes next week.
The Den is announcing Miss Jen's Memorial Day drinks. The Bomb Pop drink is a blue raspberry Italian soda with red cherry whipped cream for $4. And for those that need to be locked in, they have the Star Spangled Spritzer, a blue raspberry white monster spritzer with cherry red whipped cream for $5.
The Teal and Steel Car Show is Saturday the 18th. Cars arrive at 8 a.m. and the show opens at 10 a.m. in the upper parking lot. It's going to be a great day with all the cars, food vendors, and student booths. We'll be selling out t-shirts during lunches on Wednesday and Thursday for those that can't make it.
And now for the joke. Hey Connor, where do books hide when they're afraid?
I'm not sure. Where do they hide?
They hide under their covers.
Okay. Yeah. That's it for today, Panthers. We'll see you in the next one.
Good Morning Bonney Lake is a public forum for student expression. Students make all content decisions and opinions do not necessarily represent those of SBLSD or BLHS.